shadows to the foreground. Just because if I made it very dark, you wouldn't know what color the cape was. You want to maintain some of the local value of the whatever you're painting. So, like when you're painting light sides to dark things, they actually don't get very light, and by the same token, add a little bit of difference to this sleeve so you can tell that it's something new. Maybe I'll add a different color to the boots. That's kind of a skin color. Maybe they're barefoot. I don't know if they're barefoot. I guess I have to decide. Maybe they're barefoot. Yeah, they're barefoot. The edge of their pants. Go in onto the background layer and color this lighter bit. Not good. Color around the cape a little so that the edge feels very sharp. This needs probably a little more. The clipping mask needs editing. Or maybe because I didn't edit that part of the cape, that's probably why. Yeah, that's the only reason why I was doing that. Some parts I probably haven't colored in entirely. And on their hat, they would have a light part of the hat. Lighter than that, actually. Why am I not getting very light colors? I don't know what its deal is. That's gonna have to be lighter than that. This almost like it's zoomed in so much, seeing the weird edge of the pixels. And the feather is gonna have maybe a little bit of green to it. Yeah, so just so it's different from his cape. He'd probably have a hard time finding the exact color of feather to match his cape dye because they'd be bird and the right dye, and I just feel like it's just beyond his capability. I give some patterns to the feather. Maybe it's tucked in right here. Maybe there's a band. Kind of looks like a trilby at this point. That's okay though. He's an adventurer with a trilby. I think that looks a lot better. I think that I'm gonna show you the unsketched and the sketched in. I feel like that feels more finished. I think I should go in on top of the hero, or by the hero, and fix kind of the grass texture by their feet. Shadow's not meeting exactly where I feel like it's supposed. Yep, the stream is still going. I don't have any viewers right now, but that's okay. I might stream Hearthstone later, which will be fun. I really like playing Hearthstone. It kind of depends on how tired I am. I gotta finish with all my work before I can play video games. I don't want to get too lost in thought. Stop talking, even though I'm focusing on it. People I was reading on the Reddit our Twitch Reddit forum for Twitch that it was easy for girls to get viewers. I feel so lied to. It's been so hard to get viewers. Okay though. But I didn't think it was gonna be easy. Add some more grass over here. I think that that's nice. Probably need to fix this dragon up a little bit. First I need to add an area of occlusion. Guy's feet. Wherever they're touching, they need a little bit of solid darkness to set them in space. I'll add a little bit of black here even. Here, right where the cloak meets the body. Or even on sword. Yeah. I think I'll edit this background dragon now. He's gotten almost no editing. So he needs colored in a little bit more quickly. I pretty much deleted the clipping mask that made it easy to color him, but he's far enough back that I probably don't need a clipping mask. I can probably just color him in a little bit. Careful. As he's fading into the background, I don't want the, even though I want the shadow side and the light side to be different, I can't make them too distinct because things that are very far in the background are actually blurred out by atmospheric perspective. So there's lots of atmosphere in this painting, since atmosphere cloud painting thing. Dragon is very light. Very, very in the distance. Very, very blue. Might even come back over this dragon. As light as I've made him, it's probably not light enough. I might come over this dragon with another layer of blue or another that it's very pushed back, very distant. The rest of the image. I should watch some other art streams, I think. That'll give me a good idea of what good art streaming is like. Adding that stereotypical dragon face I said at the beginning. Always put on dragons. Horns up a little bit. You know, they get blurry in the distance, so I really make this perspective feel effective. Far away. I want there to be a shadow though, so I'm going to come back in. Yeah, he definitely feels more painted. More considered on this battleship that he's standing on. The next thing I should probably fix are these rocks. They were kind of smooshed in very quickly, and they look brushstrokes should make them feel like they're a part of the painting and not just because they're not grass. They're supposed to be kind of rubble from the ship. I don't want to edit them too much. They're very far away, so they don't need very much detail on them. Enough to indicate that there's something there, something interesting to walk to. Next I'm going to edit this dragon up here. I've spent a lot of time on him so far, but he's not quite fitting in, I think, yet. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably add a little bit more darkness to his belly, just because he's in the foreground, and he's a fairly dark dragon, and it'll make him feel sharper. I didn't add it earlier when I had the curves layer because I was editing him in a clipping mask, which is now gone, so I didn't do that before. Gotten very light. I don't think that he's blending in with the clouds like he was before, but I still want to make him very angular, very distinct. Very purple, very purple. Come back in and probably fix these areas of occlusion as well that are getting dark in places they probably shouldn't. Like that. Up the purple like this. Edge of his chest, his very angular chest that I like, I think is working well. Very sharp. Sharp. Very much in contrast to the grass and the clouds, who are, you know, blurry, not sharp at all. Blend in this light purple to the pink. The blood underneath will blend in. And is very smoothly going thicker and less thin, less blood showing through. And the shadow of this will actually extend to his thumb. That. The very edge of the wing will actually have a light part to it, a light purple line. Just because you'll get kind of, it's round, and you're gonna get the edge of the light of the wing wrapping around to the shadow side. So even though we're underneath the dragon, we're still gonna see a little bit of blending forward. And I know before I said I like to make the silhouette of my characters darker. But there are times when adding a little bit of lightness makes it feel more believable. And it's all just, you know, kind of on a case-by-case basis. When you do it, I'm adding a little bit more purple to this side. A light purple. Specify. He doesn't have a mouth, which I feel like is important. I kind of have this jawline, which is a good start, but it's not actually a mouth. So I think that I'll probably add jawline like this. Very angular like the rest of his body. Almost like he's got jagged teeth sticking out. It's not wanting to do it. This is very small, so it upset. Maybe I'll use the angular lasso tool, the polygon. That. It tends to guess less. I'll add a little bit of darkness to that. Maybe a little more, I think. I feel like his mouth is open just a little bit in this. I don't like that. That's weird. I'm taking it out. Okay, maybe instead I make smaller teeth, like that. Like his mouth is closed. And I will take a brush and I will just come along the edge of it instead of with the gradient tool. That, just hinting that there's texture and teeth and stuff on the edge of his mouth. I feel like he's far enough away that you wouldn't actually see too much of the teeth.